आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्म उपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्त्वनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु। ओम शांति शांति शांति।
Mahopanisad, chapter 4, we are seeing 95. Read 95.
अयं सोहमिदं तन्मे
95. 95. Oh, ठीक है. Okay.
अयं सोहमिदं तन्मे एतावन्मात्रकं मनः तदभावनमात्रेण दात्रेणेव विलीयते।
Viluyate means cut. So mind is only this much. What is that? Ayam saha, this is that person. Idam aham, this is me. Tat me, that is mine. Like this, I and mine. So if mind doesn't take to this tad abhavana matrena tesham abhavana matrena, in short it means no identification of the body. So this mind gets cut like you cut the grass by the sickle. Further this is described. Read.
छिन्नाभ्रमण्डलं व्योम्नि यथा शरदि धूयते वातेन कल्पकेनैव तथान्तर्धूयते मनः।
यथा शरदि व्योम्नि छिन्नाभ्रमण्डलं वातेन धूयते तथा मनः अकल्पकेन एव वातेन अन्तः धूयते। अन्तः धूयते। Just as Sharadi, in the autumnal season, Sharad Rutu, Sharadi Omni, in the autumnal sky, at that time, only some white patches of clouds are scattered here and there. If the wind comes, all get clear, like that. Sharadi Omni, Yatha Sharadi Omni, just as in the autumnal sky, what happens? Chinnabra Mandalam. The group of cloud which is Chinna, scattered, not thick mass of clouds as in the monsoon. The chinna means scattered, cloudlets. Vatena dhuyate, by wind, dhuyate means clear. It is clear. Tata, in the same manner, manaha, this mind, akalpakena eva vatena antaha dhuyate. This mind is destroyed, eliminated, cleared away by what wind? Akalpaka. Akalpaka can be manovyapara rahita, thoughtless, mind free from thoughts, mind free from free from its usual function. Or akalpaka can be desireless, mind that is desireless. The moment you are desireless, all thoughts run away. There is no occasion for the minds to come there. Vatena antaha duyate. Mind gets destroyed. And see the greatness of such mind. This itself is called Mahopanasad. Mahopanasad means the mind not indulging in the usual functions. See the greatness of such mind. Continue.
कल्पान्तपवनावान्तु यान्तु चैकत्वमर्णवाः तपन्तु द्वादशादित्याः नास्ति निर्मनसः क्षतिः
Kalpanta pavanaha vantu arnavaha ekatvam cha yantu. Arnavaha ekatvam cha yantu. Dvadashadityaha tapantu nirmanasaha. Nirmanasaha shatihi nasti. Shatihi nasti. Even at such time, a person who has got with nirmanas, means who has accomplished Mahopanasad, he has no harm, he doesn't come to ruin. Who is that person? Under what circumstances? Kalpanta pavanaha vantu. The winds, not ordinary winds. Pavana means winds. But these are not ordinary winds, like a stormy, very powerful wind blowing at the time of dissolution. When the pralaya takes place, the winds blow so fast, the huge storm it is. Everything gets scattered. But this person is not disturbed by that. Let the winds of the pralaya kala, the dissolution time, blow again. Arnavaha cha ekatvam yantu. All oceans of the earth have come together in resort, entire deluge. There is no patch of earth seen anywhere. All oceans have come together, merged together, one homogeneous mass of water everywhere. Nowhere the land is seen. Dvadashadityaha tapantu. All the 12 Aditya suns are ablaze simultaneously. Can you imagine heat? It is a conflagration. If our present sun comes half 6 inches nearer the earth, we have it. So like this. So, Dvadashadityaha tapantu. Let the 12 Aditya suns tapantu. Tapantu. It says nirmanasaha kshati nasti. Kshati, harm or ruin For a person who is nirmanasa, who has accomplished the manonasha, there is no harm to him, there is no ruin to him. He is unaffected by all this. Because who report all these things? Mind. The mind is so absorbed in the Swarupa, it is not aware of anything around. Continue.
असंकल्पनमात्रैक साध्ये सकल सिद्धिदे असंकल्पाति साम्राज्ये तिष्ठवष्टब्ध तत्पदः
तिष्ठावष्टब्ध तत्पदः असंकल्पत मात्र एक साध्ये सकल सिद्धिदे असंकल्पाति साम्राज्ये अवष्टब्ध तत्पदः तिष्ठ अवष्टब्ध तत्पदः तिष्ठ. In that empire, be rooted in it. Be steadfast in that. What is the figurative way of describing an empire? What is that empire? Asankalpana matraika sadhi. That actually what is empire means here? Brahma Swarupa, which can be accomplished by only means of being asankalpana, free from desires, free from manovyapara. Ekasadhe means there are no other means whatsoever. Sakala siddhide, which gives everything. It gives the Paramananda. Siddhide. And it is described as Asankalpati Samrajya. Not mere empire, huge empire, Ati Samrajya. It is called in the vast empire, free from desires. In that, Avashtabda Tatpadaha. Avashtabda means well established. Tishtha, remain. How? Being well established in the Tatpada, Tatpada for Brahmapada. Being well established, well absorbed in the Brahma Swarupa, remain in such an empire which is free from all desires. Desires means problem. Samsara comes. So therefore, you discover your Swarupa, be established in that so steadfastly, and be in that empire of free from desires. Continue.
नहि चञ्चलताहीनं मनः वचन दृश्यते चञ्चलत्वं मनोधर्मः वह्ने धर्मो यथोष्णता.
Nahi. Now the question comes, all said and fine, but this mind is such a fickle. The monkey mind, even at least monkey is better, I believe. Somebody said. Already a monkey. Then took a peg, some alcoholic drink. Not only that, and it was stung by a scorpion. Think of that monkey. Generally, monkeys are fickle. And it took wine. You don't ask at all. To that, one scorpion stung. With that, in what all hell it will create. So, the general complaint is what? And it is so also. The mind is unruly. Krishna, Arjuna said this. Chanchalami mana Krishna pramati balavadrinam. So it's such a forceful it is. Control the mind means controlling like a wind, as it were. This reminds me of an incident many years back. Satya Sai Baba was at Vrindavan, that is was near Bangalore. Some discourse was there. And he spoke on controlling the desires. One should not be a victim of desires, controlling the desires. Next day morning, those days he was drinking coffee. Next day morning, at the appointed time, the coffee didn't come. It was not kept there. He asked the attendant in a little raised voice, "Where is my coffee?" He said, "I will get it." So he rushed to the kitchen. But on the way, a thought came. Yesterday only he told to have the control of desires, etc. And now he is asking for the coffee, little delay. His angry tone is asking. That thought came. Anyway, he got the coffee and kept it. Satya Sai Baba didn't touch it. He simply went outside. Garden was there, many trees were there. Many monkeys were there on the trees. Right? Satya Sai Baba, with his palm full of groundnuts, peanuts, held like this, offering to the monkeys. All monkeys came. Now think of it. All came, but they didn't pounce on that palm. They were in the queue. This actually happened. They were in the queue, one after another. And by the queue, everyone used to come and pick up one peanut and go away. Otherwise, they would have grabbed it. No. They will come with a line, pick up one from the palm and eat, go away. Like that, entire line was over, peanuts in the palm were over. All gathered, such a great scene together. Afterwards, Satya Sai Baba turned to that person. See, I can control the monkeys, but not your monkey mind. Because you know what thought had come in, but not your monkey mind. He demonstrated. I can control the monkeys, but not your monkey mind. So this monkey mind is like this. So it is difficult to control. Is a complaint of every person, even Arjuna, with such great concentration. Pashupata he had got it. Great archer. They need concentration. Mantras they should remember. He had the complaint. What about us? So for which answer is being given now. Ready? Nahi chanchalta hinam. Over, no? Chanchalata hinam manaha. Jayesh, have you read it?
I will read again. Nahi chanchalata hinam manah kvachana drushyate chanchalatvam mano dharmaha vanne dharmo yatoshnata.
Chanchalata hinam manaha hi na kvachana drishyate chanchalatvam manodharmaha yatha vanne dharma ushnata. Don't complain, because this is the nature of mind. A steady mind is nowhere seen. It needs a lot of effort because the mind is designed so for the purpose for which it is created. And the purpose for which the mind is created, it needs to be chanchala, fickle, volatile. Moment by moment it should go on changing. Then only it can function for which it is designed. So don't expect that it or mind free from that will be there. No, mind is always bound to be there. And yet you have to work for it. Chanchalatahinam manaha, mind without fickleness or unsteadiness. A mind without fickleness or unsteadiness. Manaha, he indeed na kvachana drishyate, nowhere it is seen. Mind without fickleness, without unsteadiness is nowhere seen because it is designed from chanchalatvam manodharma. Fickleness is the very characteristic feature of mind. Just as yatha vannehe dharma ushnata. Just as the heat is the intrinsic characteristic feature of the fire. The feature of fire. Can we have anywhere cool fire? No. At places, by mani, mantra, aushadha, the heat may be obstructed. Means its manifestation can be obstructed. But there is no fire without heat. What for this is so? Because this mind is meant to project the Jagat. And it has to be so. This is told. Continue.
एषा हि चञ्चला स्पन्दशक्तिश्चित्तत्वसंस्थिता तां विद्धि मानसीं शक्तिं जगदाडम्बरात्मिकाम्
Eshahi, this power of mind. What is that? Chanchala Spanda Shakti. Very volatile, moving, moment by moment. Spanda Shakti. As power of vibration, as it were. How? Chit Tattva Samsita. Where is it? Abiding in Chit principle. Of course, in the Vivarta way. The Vivarta Shakti. A power that appears in Chaitanya Tattva, Chit Tattva, Atma Tattva, Brahma Tattva, without any change whatsoever in the Chaitanya Tattva. Just as a snake abides in the rope without any change in the rope. So, this Spanda Shakti, this power of change, movement, abiding in Chit in the Vivarta sense, without any change whatsoever intrinsically in the Chaitanya. Tam Manasim Shaktim Vidhi. Know it to be mental power. Power of mind is this. And do you know what is its function? Jagadadambaratmika. It is of the nature of that which displays the show of Jagat. Adambara show. It is the power called mind which displays this entire Jagat. Think of Jagat without the mind. You can verify this in the deep sleep. In deep sleep, no mind, no Jagat. Neither waking Jagat nor dream Jagat. Mind means waking or dream Jagat. Therefore, mind is the one which projects, imagines, displays the entire Jagat. Think of it. This is not a cock and bull which can be verified by us based on the sleep. So therefore, samsara is projected by whom now? Come on, tell me. Your mind. And who is screaming and shouting and howling as the very calamitous? You. Who will stop the samsara? You. Control your mind. Arrest the mind in such a way that it doesn't display samsara, it displays your swarupa, totally free from samsara. That provision is there in itself. Paranchi khani vetrinat swayam bhu tasmat parang pashati nantara. Avrita chakshu kaschit aishchat atmanam. Kaschit dhiraha. Avrita chakshu. Withdrawn mind withdrawn from the external world. Atmanam aikshat. He discovered his swarup. So both powers are there in the mind. But for practical purpose, it is tuned outside. Because the main job is that. And if you are fed up with this samsara, there is a provision kept by Ishvara. Ishvara knows. If this provision is not kept, Jiva can never get Atma Jnana, Jiva can never get moksha. For those people who are capable of taking to Avrita Chakshu, Viveka Vairagya, for them, this provision there, they can withdraw the mind from this extravagant pursuit and discover what Sarupa is. So therefore, the mind which is withdrawn from this is nothing but Amruta, Moksha Swarupa. Continue.
यत्तु चञ्चलताहीनं तन्मनोऽमृतमुच्यते तदेव च तपः शास्त्र सिद्धान्ते मोक्ष उच्यते.
Yat manaha tu chanchalata hinam tat amrutam uchyate tad cha tapaha eva cha shastra siddhante moksha uchyate. Shastra siddhante moksha uchyate. Given to itself, mind is chanchala. But by special effort, this is a highlight thing. Don't complain about the mind because the nature of the mind. All that you should be serious is your effort to withdraw the mind from its present preoccupation. It needs great efforts. So therefore, yat, whatever manaha, whatever mind that is, he to contrast with its natural condition. Chanchalata hinam, free from fickleness, steady, single pointed. Tat, that mind is what? Amrutam uchyate. It is called nectar. Amrutam uchyate. In the sense, it spells or it makes us discover our immortal real nature. Tadeva tadtacha tapaha eva. Accomplishing a mind with full mastery over it itself is called tapas, ascetic practice. Whereas Shastra Siddhanti, in the Adhyatma Shastra, in the Vedanta Shastra, same thing is called what? Moksha uchyate. It is called as moksha. It's called as moksha. Because once the mind is withdrawn from its fickleness, it doesn't take much time to gain Atma Jnana. If I came for like a berry on the palm, just put in the mouth. So ready the mind is to gain the Atma Jnana. That is why I see the Ashtanga Yogi who has not taken to Atmanat Vichara, but he has got the practice of Nirvikal Samadhi. Though he has not got Atma Jnana, for him, Atma Jnana is just a play, provided he has right attitude and takes to inquiry. All that he has to discover is that Nirvikalpa Samadhi that he has experienced is nothing but his Swarupa, distinct from all that erroneously identified entities. So, because he has got the mind. In the Yoga Vasishta, Nirvana Prakarana Purvartha, there are about 623 verses called Devarchana Vidhana, the mode of worshipping the highest divinity principle, Parameshwara Tattva, Paramatma Tattva, taught by none other than Bhagavan Shiva to equally a great disciple, sage Vasishtha. First, Bhagavan Shiva dismisses the notion that Bhagavat Tattva, the God principle, the divinity principle, as something which can never have form. Sakar means the concept that Bhagavan has got form, he dismisses. Sakaro naiva Bhagavan. Anything which has got a form cannot be Bhagavat Tattva. It is true that in the Shastra itself, Bhagavat Tattva with Sakara, Akara with Akara is described. But it is only meant for those people who are not able to discover and meditate on Bhagavat Tattva in reality, which is without form. It is a stopgap arrangement for those people. But it is not the ultimate reality. And what is this? Nirakara Bhagavan, nothing but Chit and Chit alone. Chaitanya and Chaitanya alone. Making the mind get absorbed in this Swarupa So that is the highest type of worshipping the Bhagavad Tattva divinity principle. Means meditating on Chit in such a way the mind has become nothing but Chinmaya. Chit and Chit alone. So that is that. So that is how he also calls it as Chit Shiva. Chit Swarupa Shiva. So that being the case, so the real moksha is nothing but this abidance in the Chaitanya and Chaitanya alone, for which a mind totally withdrawn from the Vishayas is necessary. When the teaching gets over, Bhagavan Shiva blesses sage Vasishta, and with Parvati, he just disappears in the sky to go to his next destination. At that time, Vasishta pauses for a while, ruminates on his teaching, and he says, by me, and he adds a qualification there, Shamavata Maya, by me who had total Shama. What he meant? By me who had total mastery of the mind in terms of being an adept, expert in the practice of Nirvikalpa Samadhi. That day when actually Shiva came, it was Pradosha day, around 8 p.m. in the valleys of Kailasa, pitch darkness, and Vasishta along with his disciples were lost in Samadhi. Maybe Saguna Brahma. Vasishta came out Samadhi first. In that pitch dark valley, suddenly saw brilliant light. Then he found who? Shiva, Parvati, with the orating is coming. He said, he woke up all day, get up, Shiva is coming. And then, when he came, Bhagavan Shiva asked, I hope your sadhana etc. are going on properly. They said, yes, Bhagavan, aapke kripa se sab kuch theek hai. But I am so blessed that you have come to my doorsteps. I would like to get clarified one doubt of mine. There he was. What is the right way of Deva Archana? And this teaching continues. And after that, when he left, so I accepted that. And I started practicing because I was always Shamavan, the perfect master of the mind in terms of Nirvika Samadhi. All that I would do is what? Focus on my chit and chit alone as such. And then he said, I discarded my earlier mode of worship, of worshipping Bhagavan in the form with all puja samagris, etc. Of course, this is a very high level for which others who cannot take to that other mode of worship is a secondary means by which they can rise in course of time in terms of the capacity of the mind to take to that highest Deva Archana Vidhana. So what is meant is here that Chanchalata Hina mind is necessary, perfection of which can be only in Nirvikalpa Samadhi. A person who has taken to Atman Atma Vichar is able to discover this is my Swarupa, this is Atma, this is Brahma, This itself, abidance in this itself is moksha. Don't think moksha is somewhere going to heaven, etc. Just be in your real nature. Swaswarupena avasthanam moksha uchyate. So that is Shastra Siddhanti in this mind which is called Amrita, in the Vedanta Shastra, in the Adhyatma Shastra, moksha uchyate. It is called as moksha. Then what about that chanchalata? Why that fickleness? Listen, continue.
तस्य चञ्चलता यैषा त्वविद्या वासनात्मिका वासनापरनाम्नीं तां विचारेण विनाशय.
That chanchalata can be overcome by vichara. What vichara? Inquiry. Atma, anatma, inquiry. What is Atma? What is Anatma? How they are distinct from each other as per the Shastra. So that is what is that. By that, the natural tendency of mind in terms of its fickleness can be certainly got over. Ya esha tasya chanchalata. Whatever this nature of mind is what? Chanchalata, fickleness. And sa tu avidya vasanatmika. It is called what? Avidya. Ignorance. And at the practical level, it is what? Vasanatmika. Of the nature of vasanas. Nature of subtle impressions in the mind. Impressions of all past lives experiences. Which has become like a beaten track. What is what and all that. We have seen many times what is vasanas. Without any thinking, something you do, something you conclude, something you take to be such and such. The cause of is vasanas, the software you have brought from past life. A newly born child may not be able to express, but it has got I notion in the body. Who trained that? To take the body as I? Because past innumerable lives it is taking. Those impressions are there. Hunger, it cries. How come? That is what it was. Duck taking to water. Vasanas. Baby monkey clasping the mother's womb or this stomach. Vasanas. Without any pros and cons. Without any prior thinking or future. Whatever spontaneously one does is because of vasanas. Subtle impressions in the mind based on past lives experiences, karmas also. So, the fickleness of the mind called avidya is of the nature of vasanas. So this, then how this Avidya can be destroyed, which is otherwise called vasanatmika. Vasana aparanamni. This avidya, which has got another name called vasanas. At practical level, it manifests as vasanas. Apara, another name. Tam means this avidya has got another name, vasana. Tam, that avidya in the form of vasanas, vicharena vinashaya. Destroy it by vichara, by inquiry, as guided by the Shastra. Now, oh, inquiry, easy. Don't think that way. You need that prepared mind for that. So therefore, a lot of effort is necessary. Be ready for that. Don't take the pursuit lightly. Vasana paranamni. No. Read next one.
पौरुषेण प्रयत्नेन यस्मिन्नैव पदे मनः योज्यते तत्पदं प्राप्य निर्विकल्पो भवानघ.
Yasmin neva, not naiva. Anagha Yasmin eva pade manaha paurushena prayatnena yojyate tat padam prapya nirvikalpaha bhava. Nirvikalpaha bhava. Anagha, O sinless one. Aghamna vidyate yasya. One who has no sins. Bhagavan has got a beautiful name. Deva Deva Aghanashana. Aghanashana. One who destroys the papa. Anagha, Bhagavan has used this word for Arjuna also. O sinless one. Here it is used for Nidaga. Nidaga was a great karmata, thorough in karmakanda. But only he thought that karma is the final goal of life. Rubu had to take a lot of pain to make him understand that, look, we don't dismiss karma. Karma is indispensable to gain Shuddhanta karma. But it is not the Parama Purushartha. It is secondary means to gain moksha, though indispensable. Moksha can be gained by Atma Jnana only. There are many stories prevalent about this Rubu and Didaga. Rubu found that such a person wasting his life in karma kanda is mature enough to gain the Atma Jnana. So many times he tried his best. He didn't succeed. It said once it happened. Rubu came in the disguise of an old peasant and he caught hold of Nidaga. Nidaga was busy in seeing a royal procession. king those days, seated on the elephant with all paraphernalia. He was going, and he was looking. It's a great sight to see. So this peasant came. Hey, what are you looking at? No, the royal procession, king is going on. So I'm looking at it. King going on. Who is that king? As a peasant, see that elephant. On the elephant, who is sitting is the king. Below the elephant is below the king is the elephant. Oh, the one who is sitting on is the elephant. No, king. And the one below is the elephant. What is this on and below? Means what you mean by on and below? Hidalgo got annoyed, but it is this guy needs to be taught a lesson. Come here, he said. And made him bend. Sat on his back. Said, I am sitting above you, you are below me. With all patience, the peasant said, yes, yes. Now I understood what is above, what is below, what is on and below. But you use two words, I and you. What is this I and you? It didn't take much time to Didaga to realize this guy is not a peasant. He must be Rubumati. And it is Sashtanga Namaskar. You and I can compare in Vedanta only. So, like that, many episodes are there about this. Of course, here it is not so, it varies as such, but they are prevalent. So, but Didaga was a great Dharmatma. He had that ready frame of mind, but only the notion was wrong. He didn't know that knowledge only can free from bondage as such. So therefore it says, Anagha, O sinless Nidagha, Yasmin eva pade manaha, Paurushena prayatnena yojyate. That principle in which mind is yojyate means what? Sthiri kriyate is made steadily get absorbed. In which principle mind is made to get absorbed steadily with great effort. Paurushena prayatnena, with great effort. Tat padam prapya. Having got that pada, Anaga, O sinless one, what is that? Nirvikalpaha bhava. Nirvikalpaha bhava. Here vikalpa has been taken as bheda. Bheda rahitaha bhava. Bheda means dvaya, duality. Nirdvayaha bhava. Advayaha bhava. Become the non-dual, homogeneous, all-pervasive Chit and Chit alone, called Atma Brahma. So Nirvikalpaha. So be free from divisions of duality, that is, be Advaya, discover your Swarupa. Read next one.
अतः पौरुषमाश्रित्य चित्तमाक्रम्य चेतसा विशोकं पदमालम्ब्य निरातङ्कः स्थिरो भव.
अतः पौरुषम आश्रित्य चेतसा चित्तम आक्रम्य विशोकम पदम आलम्ब्य निरातंका स्थिरः भव. This being the highest state wherein you abide in your Swarupa. Therefore, Paurusham Ashritya, having resorted to industrious efforts, lot of efforts are necessary. Don't take the pursuit so lightly. The highest pursuit of life. See, greater the reward, higher the efforts. You have to work. Here, truly is not difficult. But we have got wrong notions, that's why it appears to be difficult. Vairagya, which should be natural, becomes very difficult for us. Because we are not convinced about the sorrows that desires breed. The sense objects subject us to. That is, our value structure needs to be re-engineered based on the Shastra. We have to discover the truth of what Shastra says. Not simply believe it, but discover for yourself. Then only it will work. Otherwise, no, the moment you find difficult, you'll get rid of it. No. Ataha paurusham ashritya chetasa chittam akrumya. By chetasa, by mind. Which mind? Sattvic mind. Chittam akramya. Having overpowered the chitta, the mind. Which mind? Tamasic and Rajasic mind. Or chetasa means that sattvic mind which is imbued with, chetas also means chaitanya. Chaitanya in its real nature, by that overpowering the sattvic, the Rajasic and Tamasic mind. Chetasa chetam akramya, having attacked, overpowered. Vishokam padam alambya, having taken the support of padam, that abode, which is what? Vishoka, vigata shoka, wherein shoka, sorrow, samsara is just not possible because being nirupadhika. Alambya, niratankaha sthiraha bhava. Without atanka, obstacles, free from obstacles, sthiraha bhava. Remain steadfast in your Swarupa, Atma Swarupa, Chit Swarupa, Brahma Swarupa, the pure consciousness, the pure awareness, free from all these thoughts of samsara coming and going. Remain in that Chaitanya which is free from all these. We'll continue.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्ताम् न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गो ब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम् लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ